Hello everyone. Today we will study about structure of human ear. This is a topic in chapter Neural Control and Coordination in class 11. By the end of this video, you will learn about structure of human ear, its different parts and functions and mechanism of hearing. Let's start the topic now. Human ear. Ear has main two functions, that is hearing, it helps in hearing, and it also helps in maintaining body balance. Let's start about the parts of human ear. Human ear can be divided into three major sections. One is outer ear, second one is middle ear, and third one is inner ear. Outer ear has the structure known as pinna. Then there is auditory canal, then eardrum or the tympanic membrane. In the middle ear, there are three ear ossicles, stapes, incus and malleus. Next, in the inner ear, there are semicircular ducts, vestibular apparatus and cochlear apparatus is there. We will study about these three parts in detail in next slides. Outer ear. It consists of pinna, auditory meatus or external auditory canal. It leads inward. Here you can see in the diagram, this part is pinna. This is ear canal which leads inward and extend up to tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane is also known as eardrum. Middle ear. It consists three small bones known as ear ossicles. First is malleus. You can see in this diagram. It is hammer-shaped bone. Then is incus, also known as anvil. Then there is stapes, which is attached to the oval window, and this is also known as stirrup. Malleus is attached to the tympanic membrane, or we can say it is attached to the eardrum as is shown in this diagram. Eardrum के साथ ही बेटे malleus bone है. Then stapes is attached to the oval window of the cochlea. Here you can see it is attached to the oval window. And a eustachian tube connects the middle ear cavity with the pharynx. This tube also helps in equalizing the pressure on both the sides of the eardrum. Otherwise, if the pressure is not equalized on both the sides, it may harm the eardrum. You can see the eustachian tube, and this tube is connected with the pharynx also. Next is inner ear. Inner ear has a flute-filled inner ear is there known as labyrinth, or labyrinth has two main parts. One is bony labyrinth and second one is membranous labyrinth. Bony labyrinth is a series of channels, and these channels, bony labyrinth एक channels की series है बेटे, and इनके अंदर ही membranous labyrinth है. Membranous labyrinth is surrounded by perilymph, whereas bony labyrinth has endolymph in it. यहाँ मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल दूंगी कि मान लीजिए एक केबल है, केबल जिसके अंदर वायर्स होती हैं और बाहर की ओर एक प्लास्टिक कवरिंग या कोटिंग होती है. तो जो प्लास्टिक कोटिंग है, कान में भी ऐसी ही स्ट्रक्चर है. बोनी लेब्रिंथ वो कोटिंग रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, विच इज़ बोनी स्ट्रक्चर. और अंदर की ओर जो वायर है, वो वायर्स समझ लो डक्ट्स हैं, विच आर द मेम्ब्रेनस लेब्रिंथ. And membranous labyrinth is filled with a fluid known as endolymph. There is a coiled portion in the labyrinth known as cochlea. This is structure of inner ear. Here outer ear, middle ear we have already discussed. Now we are discussing inner ear. In this diagram, cochlea part is shown to you and labyrinth part is shown to you. Here you can see the blue part is representing the duct, representing the membranous labyrinth, and outside there is a bony labyrinth. This is again structure of human ear. Here you can see three semicircular canals are there, which are at right angle to each other. Vestibular labyrinth is there. Vestibular nerve and auditory nerve, or we can say the nerve which originates from the cochlea. Cochlea and vestibular nerve both collectively are known as vestibulocochlear nerves. Next is inner ear structure. Here in this diagram you can easily see the semicircular canal has three parts: posterior, lateral, and one is known as anterior semicircular canal. Then bony labyrinth is shown. The ends of these semicircular canal are swollen and are known as ampulla. Then cochlea is shown. Cochlea resembles the snail's shell. आप यहाँ देखिए ये जो coils हैं ये किससे resemble कर रही हैं? These are resembling snail shell in its structure. And vestibule is opening on the oval window, that is the vestibular window, and round window is representing the opening of cochlear ducts. In this structure, bony and membranous labyrinth is shown to you. Here the blue part is showing the duct, or we can say not the duct, the canal, whereas a slightly orangish or peach color part is showing the duct. So here you can see semicircular canal, superior semicircular canal, then there is horizontal semicircular canal, then there is posterior semicircular canal. और इन canals के अंदर हैं there are ducts, superior semicircular duct, horizontal के अंदर horizontal semicircular duct and posterior semicircular duct in the posterior semicircular canal. The bony part has a fluid known as perilymph, जबकि membranous labyrinth has a fluid known as endolymph. Whereas this membranous labyrinth has a fluid known as endolymph. The ends of semicircular canal are swollen, known as ampulla. Oval window is the opening of the vestibular duct, whereas round window represent the opening of the cochlear duct. And this part, cochlea and vestibule, is shown over here. I hope so आपको ये clear हो गया होगा what is bony labyrinth and membranous labyrinth. There are few more slides related to it. Membranes constituting cochlea, the resonar and the basilar, divide the surrounding perilymph filled bony labyrinth into upper scala vestibuli and lower scala tympani. इसका क्या मतलब है कि जो कोक्लिया के अंदर बेटे डक्ट जा रही है विच इज़ द कोक्लियर डक्ट, उसको हम स्केला मीडिया कहते हैं, और वो स्केला मीडिया बोनी लेबरेंथ को डिवाइड कर देती है इनटू टू पार्ट्स. अपर पार्ट इज स्केला वेस्टिबुलाई एंड लोअर पार्ट इज स्केला टिम्पेनी. और बोनी लेबरेंथ में आपको पता है देयर इज अ फ्लूइड नोन एज पेरिलिम्फ. देयरफॉर स्केला वेस्टिबुलाई एंड स्केला टिम्पेनी हैज पेरिलिम्फ इन इट, whereas scala media has endolymph in it. Scala media has endolymph in it. Now scala media जो है बेटा, the base of the scala media is known as basilar membrane, whereas roof of it is known as resonar membrane. Resonar part is there. At the base of the cochlea, scala vestibuli that end into the oval window, whereas scala tympani it terminate at the round window which opens into the middle ear. And in scala media there is a structure known as organ of Cotai, which are mainly responsible for hearing, and these are located on the basilar membrane, on which there are hair cells are there. These hair cells are present in rows on the internal side of the organ of Cotai, and above the rows of hair cells there is a thin elastic membrane known as tectorial membrane. The inner ear also contain a complex system known as vestibular apparatus, and this apparatus is mainly located above the cochlea. The vestibular apparatus consists of three main semicircular canals and otolith organ consisting of sacula and utricula. The base of canal is swollen, and that swollen part, I have already told you, that swollen part is known as ampulla, and it has projecting ridge called crista ampullaris which has hair cells on it, and they contain a projecting ridge. Sacula and utricle contain a projecting ridge called macula. In this diagram, organ of Kotai, this is the section of the cochlea in which you can see scala. This part is scala media, this part is scala vestibuli, this part is scala tympani. This one is vestibuli. This part is scala media and this one is tympani. Scala tympani. And on the basal membrane, basilar membrane of this scala media, there are organ of Kotai which are mainly responsible for hearing. In this diagram, all the labeling is done. Scala media is there in the middle part, which is dividing the bony labyrinth into upper chamber, which is the scala vestibuli, and lower scala tympani. This upper roof of scala media is known as resinous membrane, whereas the basal part is known as, this part is known as basilar membrane. And on the basilar membrane there is organ of Kotai, which are the organ of hearing, and on the upper side of it there is a tectorial membrane. Here in this diagram again cochlear duct is shown to you. This bony labyrinth is shown. The upper part is vestibular canal, lower part is tympanic canal. This bony labyrinth, that is vestibular canal and tympanic canal, is filled with a fluid known as perilymph, and whereas scala media, which is a cochlear duct, has organ of Kotai in it. In this diagram, the cochlea part is shown, and it is, this part is then cut and zoomed. Here you can see again the organ of Kotai on the resting on the basilar membrane. Tectorial membrane is visible to you. Scala vestibuli and scala tympani is there. यहाँ पर जो बहुत सारी आपको बेटे डायग्राम्स दिखाई जा रही हैं, ये आपको क्लैरिटी के लिए, ताकि सो दैट आपको कंसेप्ट क्लैरिटी हो, इसलिए दिखाई जा रही हैं. आई होप सो ये आपको हेल्पफुल रहेंगी. Now next is again the same structure, that is inner ear structure. This is the transverse section of the cochlea. In transverse section you can see that at the tip, this tip is known as helicotrema. This one, helicotrema. At this part, scala tympani and scala vestibuli join. Now this part is zoomed to show the different parts in it, that is scala vestibuli, where is location of scala vestibuli and location of scala tympani is depicted over here in this diagram. And in the cochlear duct, which is known as scala media, there are spiral organ. Spiral organ is also known as organ of Kotai, which rests on the basilar membrane. Now this diagram, this one, is zoomed part of this organ of Kotai. Organ of Kotai has three types of cells. There are hair cells. Hair cells have microvilli like projections on it known as stereocilia. And there are supporting cells also. There are basilar membrane on which the supporting cells are resting, and above that there are hair cells having microvilli on it known as stereocilia. On the upper side of these stereocilia there is tectorial membrane. Now what is the role of these organ of Kotai? How do they function during mechanism of hearing? This we will do in the next slides. Here this is again the zoomed picture, or we can say elaborated picture of organ of Guttei, depicting all type of cells and their representation, that how they are arranged. Now what is the mechanism of hearing? How we can hear anything from our surroundings? How our ear function, how they help us to hear, how they collect the sound waves. As you know that audible range for human ear is 20 to 20,000 hertz. That is the audible range for human ear. Firstly, the external ear receives sound waves and direct them to the eardrum. That sound waves travel from the external ear towards the auditory canal, and then it is directed towards the eardrum. Eardrums start vibrating in response to these sound waves. As they strike the eardrum, there is production of vibrations, and these vibrations are then transmitted to the ear ossicles, firstly to the malleus, then to the incus and stapes. And then stapes is attached, as we know that stapes is attached to the oval window, therefore the oval window start vibrating. These vibrations are then passed on to the fluid which is filled in the cochlea, and these generate waves in the lymph. Now the waves in the lymph induce ripples in the basilar membrane, and these movements of the basilar membrane bends the hair cell, pressing them against tectorial membrane, due to which nerve impulses are generated in the associated efferent neurons. These impulses are then transmitted by the efferent fibers via auditory nerves to the auditory cortex of the brain, and here these impulses in the brain, these impulses are analyzed and sound is recognized. Now this is the flow chart of mechanism of hearing. Sound waves. Firstly, sound wave strikes the tympanic membrane. How they strike the tympanic membrane? They are collected by the external ear, sent to the tympanic canal, or we can say the auditory canal. Then they strike with the tympanic membrane or the eardrum, and this eardrum start vibrating. Firstly, the sound waves, they strike to the collected by the external ear, pass through the tympanic auditory canal, and then they strike on the tympanic membrane or the eardrum, and this eardrum start vibrating. After that, these vibrations are then conducted via three bony ossicles, malleus, incus and stapes, which are present in the middle ear, and stapes transmit these vibrations to the oval window. From the oval window, these vibrations pass on to the perilymph in the scala vestibuli, which receive these vibrations and move up and down. Reissner canal membrane present in between the scala vestibuli and scala media, that start vibrating. Endolymph present in the scala media, that also start moving up and down. Basilar membrane now receive these movements of endolymph and vibrate. Organ of Guttei, the hearing receptors are present in the organ of Guttei. They also start moving up and down. The hairs on the top of the hair cells of organ of Guttei embedded in the tectorial membrane, they will also start tilting or bending, due to which the tectorial membrane will rise and again fall. Rise and fall will start in the tectorial membrane, and this mechanical stimulation or bending of hair present or produce action potential. This action potential give origin to the nerve impulse, which are then transmitted via auditory pathway to the auditory center or areas present in the temporal lobe of the cerebral cortex, and this neural signal from that area then get interpreted that what kind of sounds we have heard. This is all about the mechanism of hearing. Let's recapitulate that what we have done. We have studied about the structure of ear. That ear consists of outer ear, middle ear and the inner ear. Outer ear has pinna, auditory canal and tympanic membrane or eardrum. Middle ear has three small bones, malleus, incus and stapes, whereas inner ear has vestibular apparatus, semicircular canals and cochlea, which have bony labyrinth and membranous labyrinth. Membranous labyrinth is filled with the fluid known as endolymph, whereas bony labyrinth filled with the fluid known as perilymph. Now inside the cochlea, you have seen that there is a duct known as scala media, which divide it into upper scala vestibuli and lower scala tympani. On the basilar membrane of the scala media, there are organ of Cottai which are mainly responsible for hearing. And then we have done mechanism of hearing, in which we have studied that as the vibrations collected by the external ear pass on to the middle ear, then from the middle ear these vibrations pass on to the inner ear. In inner ear there are organ of Cottai, in which there are supporting cells and hair cells. When these receive the vibration, they start moving, due to which the tectorial membrane on the upper side of the hair cells lifts up and moves down again and again, and generate a action potential and nerve impulse, which is received by auditory canal and then sent to the brain, and the signal is interpreted that what we have heard, which kind of sound we have heard. That's all, students. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.